What is up, Facebook Live? Good to see you all. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. We are on our drive back across the state of Florida. We were just over in the Space Coast doing a keynote event for the Home Builders Association of Melbourne, Florida. We're definitely grateful for them having us out. We had a fun, I think 300 or so people there attending. If you were attending this morning, thank you for attending and hanging out with us. Today we're going to be talking about a study done by Duke University, and this research shows some really interesting facts when it comes to your own personal, mental, and emotional, physical autopilot that you're set on each day. But before we jump in, I'd love to know, as those viewer numbers are going up, where are you tuning in from? And like always, what are 3 things you are grateful for? The reason I bring this up every single time we do a Facebook Live video and ask you to throw it in the comments right down below here is it trains that mental, emotional, and physical muscle inside of you to constantly be looking for what's right with your life, constantly be looking for mentally and emotionally things that you're grateful for. Gratitude itself, if I were to give you a different research study, I think it was from University of, it's either USC or Stanford, I forget which one it is. But over in California, they did a research that if you think about something you're grateful for and you really want to amplify the experience, instead of just coming up with 5 things that are surface level, come up with 1 thing that you're grateful for and then dig in for 5 things about that 1 thing. So 5 specific details about that 1 area that you're really grateful for. And it amplifies the mental and emotional benefits of doing the gratitude itself. So I see some names popping up here. My wife will be joining us to say hello and read those comments for me throughout this drive. Let's see what is going on and who's popping in.
Gary is in from Portland, Maine. Svan, hi, wish I could see you today. She's in Clearwater. She's grateful for herself. That's awesome. My determination to understand life.
Gary, nice to see you. Welcome. Savan, nice to see you as always.
And her health. Chris, grateful for my wife, kids in 2016.
Oh,
Gary,
awesome.
Family, health, and employment.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've been chatting with some people on our drive across, people who are joining us for the webinars we've been doing on Performance Coach University. We're focused on the 5 pillars of better performance, so 5 pillars to maximize personal and professional performance, and what you can do as a coach or as someone who wants to mentor or coach others in helping them maximize their performance. So we've had some fun conversations, but one thing that kept coming up in every conversation was something we talked about this morning at that keynote speech we were doing for the Home Builders Association of Melbourne, Florida. And it was something where Duke University did some research. They found out that I believe it's 40% of everything you do throughout the day. So what you eat, where you go, the activities you do, all the things you do throughout your day, 40% of them are not actually conscious decisions. Instead, they're literally your brain on autopilot, unconsciously just going through the process, which is really interesting. And they did this research where, I think I've talked about this before on the Facebook Live videos, but they did a research where in the beginning, when they first tested someone doing something brand new for the very first time, you see this big spike in brain waves, and then it goes down to this little bitty hum. Or no, the first time it's big spike in brain waves and then constant big spikes of all the brain activity going on, and then a big spike at the end when they transition to a different activity. Now, when they have the person do the activity 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, what happens is there's a huge spike in activity, and then there's this gentle little hum at the bottom of brain activity, so autopilot, not really functioning, and then a huge spike at the end when they transition to the next activity. So why is this important to you? Because here's what I'm curious about. If 40% of your entire day going through life is on autopilot, my big question for you is, what is your autopilot set on? Meaning mentally, emotionally, physically, relationship-wise. And then let's just take one of these as an example. Emotionally, is your autopilot set on happy, healthy, fulfilled, vibrant, passionate, alive, determined? Is your emotional autopilot set for these great deep, purpose-filled, passionate emotions every day? Or do you currently have your autopilot set on frustrated, angry, pissed off, stressed out, anxious, nervous? Is your autopilot set on emotions that really don't serve you, so that every day, no matter what happens around you, you keep getting pulled right back into these emotional traps, because that's how you trained your mind and body to go to every day without even thinking about it. And someone asked me at the presentation, they said, and we talked about this yesterday on the live feed here on Facebook, and someone said, well, how do you get yourself to stay at peak performance? I mean, we can get you there, but how do you stay there and don't just, randomly drop out? And here's what it comes down to: practice and repetition. And setting your system up so well through practice and repetition, meaning practicing feeling good on purpose, practicing mentally and emotionally, choosing stimulating positive emotions on purpose. And you do it again and again and again and again and again until literally it becomes part of your autopilot. It becomes part of your natural process without having to think about it. So as you're going through life, if you start having a tough day, your autopilot drags you right back into having a great day, because that's what you set it to. That's what you've practiced. That's what the muscle you built over and over and over again, and that's what now becomes easiest for you to access. So if you think about it like that, the key here emotionally would be pick your 5 to 10 emotions that you want to feel every day, that would make you feel euphoric and passionate and excited and grateful for life. And every day practice those emotions again and again and again and again and again until those emotions literally become your go-to emotions, regardless of the circumstance or situation around you. So just a thought there. Brian, nice to see you. I saw you popped up there. Great seeing you this morning. Thank you for having us out. So this next piece is physically, health-wise. What is your health set at in autopilot? Are you set that every single day you wake up, you work out, you eat healthy, you push yourself at the gym, you really maximize your health and fitness? Or is your autopilot set on wake up, avoid the gym, mosey through the day, maybe take a nice little walk every now and then, and that's it, and hope you don't die? What is that set to? And just in those two areas of life, if it is set to a really positive, powerful, purpose-filled autopilot, congratulations, keep it there. If it's not, what are you doing about it? Do you hire a coach to help you rewire it and reset up your system and hold you accountable to really applying it? Are you getting around a peer group of people who have such a high standard physically and emotionally that it would be almost impossible to stay with the group if you don't really show up and deliver the best of who you are mentally and emotionally and physically every day? Are you, listening to programs or tapes or filling your mind with great thoughts and great ideas? Are you reading books about subjects like this? Are you getting a degree in something that can help you better understand how to take control of these things? One thing we offer that we're very proud of is Performance Coach University, where we teach people exactly what it takes to help someone identify their patterns and adjust their patterns to get them to better work for them instead of against them every day. We have a webinar tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that if you'd like to join us, we're going to be going over the 3 additional pillars. We went over 2 of them, which was 2 pillars to maximize performance. There's 5 altogether. And tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, if you're interested, go to performancecoachuniversity.com and check it out. You'll see a little bar at the top that says join our live training webinar coming up tomorrow evening. And if you join that webinar, we'll be going through the second half, which is the 3 additional pillars to maximizing performance. Now, I see a bunch of comments have come through, so my wife's going to jump over here and see what's going on.
All right. I can't see. Matthew says, Jairek, it's Matthew Harris, buddy. Grateful that you guys are here adding value and crushing it. Cameron says, hey guys, grateful for health, opportunity, and to be moving back home. Congratulations. And Roger, wife, son, and business he's grateful for. Right. Joanne says, good morning from Australia. Good morning.
Good morning, Australia.
Grateful for my family. Carrie says, from San Diego. Whoop, whoop. Grateful 4, his relationship with his nieces and ability to exercise daily and friendships.
Nice.
Jean says, knowledge is power. Thanks for doing this and keeping it up. Hi from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Jean. I need you guys in my top 5. All right. Brian, great event in Melbourne, Florida today. Thanks for giving us some emotional rocket fuel for the Florida Space Coast. Thanks for having us, Brian.
Thank you for having us.
We had fun. George Ritchie from Alaska.
Alaska. Final frontier.
Grateful for family and life. Dragon, rocked it, brother. Great seeing you, Dragon.
Great to see you.
Thomas.
Did we just talk to Thomas?
Yes, Thomas, we just talked to you.
What's up,
What's
man?
up?
Welcome back to the live feed. Glad you're here.
I'm excited we were able to catch up with you. He says, excited to join Performance Coach University webinar tomorrow. Look forward to it, Amanda and Jairek. We are excited to have you. Jean, need the link, please? Okay, I will type it in those comments right now.
My wife will type it in the comments. It's performancecoachuniversity.com. And then literally right on the home page, a pop-up will come up, or on the very, very top, there's a bar that says join our live webinar training tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we are almost home on our drive across from the Space Coast. And going back to that autopilot conversation, I'd love to know, and just furthering up from yesterday, raising your standards, no longer accepting a poor standard. This goes along with that very clearly and obviously. But the factor here is I'd love to know, what is your autopilot actually set on? And if it is not set where you need it to be, so in the comment, I'd love you just look at the major areas of life. If you're not familiar with those, it's chapter 2 and 3 of our book, Live It, Achieve Success by Living with Purpose. In chapters 2 and 3, we talk about the majors. So I'll go over them real quick. Health, real simple. If you don't master your health of your body, the health of who you are, I'm not talking about what shape you're in. I'm talking about how healthy you actually are. You're in trouble in the long run in life because you won't have a body to keep using as a vehicle to maximize life if you don't take care of it. So health. The second one is emotional intelligence. How emotionally intelligent are you? Are you able to activate how you want to feel, when you want to feel it, however often you want to feel it? Or are you constantly being pushed and pulled and dragged around emotionally by circumstances or other people around you? Besides emotions, the next one I'd go to is probably family. 0 to 10, where are you in this area called your family life? Is it the way you dream it to be? From there, you want to think about autopilot. You can go into beyond family. You could go into your intimate relationships. That's obviously a good area. Hopefully you have some really good, solid autopilot routines set up in your relationships. If you keep going, business, what's your autopilot set on every day in your business? Is it like hustle, 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 hustle? Is it delay and defeat, or delay and try to avoid having to do the work? What is your autopilot set on? And then if you keep going, the final few areas, we just got home. Obviously, finances would be a big one. You don't want to be set up in a position where no matter how much money you make, you always spend more than you have, and now you're really in trouble in the long run. And the final one, spiritual area. Where is your autopilot set in spiritual life? Now, if you think through all of these, the biggest factor here would be catching your unconscious thought process. And remember, Duke University figured out that 40% of your entire day is not even logical thoughts. It's just automatic routine. So one thing you might want to do for the next 24 hours is just observe and notice what parts of your day are naturally set up in a way that's helping you become healthier, happier, and more fulfilled, and what parts of your day are set up in a way that's constantly dragging you back, keeping you down, and keeping you from really performing and being your best self. If you can acknowledge and identify the autopilot you have that's helping keep it going, and if you can also acknowledge and identify the autopilot you have that's hurting or slowing you down, it'll give you the ability, literally, to then, once you know it's there, to become very conscious of it so you can start kind of re-navigating and getting yourself back on track instead of allowing yourself to constantly be pulled off track. I hope this makes sense to everyone. So the thought would be, identify where your autopilot is set that's slowing you down or keeping you back, and begin to become consciously aware of adjusting step by step by step to get it back on track for you. Additional tools that can help, obviously, get a coach. Get some accountability partners or friends or family or community around you that can hold you accountable to really step up and stay on track. And that can really, really, truly shift things for you and become more conscious of what you're doing and help you get some momentum right back on your side. Let's see, we are home. Dragon, awesome job today, brother. Way to rock. Great seeing you. And Amanda, great seeing you as well. I could do this with you every day. With Gene, I'm glad because we are having a goal of popping on here all the time. Hopefully you're learning something. If you have any questions, we just pulled up home, but maybe 2 or 3 minutes we can answer a question for you if anything pops up. And if not, we're going to jump because we have to get ready for some possible flights tonight to go see some friends. So I'm not seeing anything pop up. If you have a question, direct message us. Oh, here's one. Gary, would you say first focus on the emotional intelligence as a foundation? So here's what's tricky. I put them in the order. The order I put them in personally is health first. Because you can be really emotionally strong and passionate and feel great, but if you don't take care of your physical health, again, the vehicle called your body, if that deteriorates and disappears, it doesn't matter how emotionally strong you are, you don't have anything to physically live inside of without your body. So I'd say health first. Figure out your patterns in your health and make sure they're very, very supportive in helping you become healthier, stronger, and more fit from the inside out of your body. I'm not talking about how big your muscles are, but more so how healthy and energized your body is. Now, if you start there, then go to emotions, because now you feel strong, you feel alive, you have vibrant natural energy. Now fuel yourself mentally and emotionally with the fuels that then amplify that health and energy. And from that point, you're in a real strong place. Then from there, your community, the people around you that you love and care about, now take all that energy, all that fuel, all that strength from within and start connecting with the ones you love and seeing if you can pay it forward and get them to experience some of that magic with you. Then from there, take it into your business. Then take it into, obviously, your intimate relationship with part of that family, then your business, then your finances, and then see if you can push it all the way out to that spiritual area. Let's see. Matthew, thanks, Jairek. You're welcome. Bobby, preach. There you go. Let's see. Casey, the best part of my days. Thank you. You're so welcome. Oh, Carrie, thank you so much. Jerome, spot on. Health and sleep are key. Then come to mind. Absolutely. Because you can be the most positive person in the world, but like you said, if we take your sleep away and we don't feed your body the right nutrients, you're going down pretty quick. Let's see. Makes sense. Thank you, sir. You're so welcome. So welcome. So take care of your health and fitness first. From there, stack on the mindset. From there, stack on the people in your life and emotionally pour into them and your intimate relationship and family. From there, jump over to business. From there, finances. From there, spiritual. And that's just the layer in the order I personally use because it makes sense to me. And if you want a different order, you're welcome to. But that one just makes sense to me. Hopefully it's useful for you. What other questions might you have today? Not seeing any other questions. I think we are good. So hopefully that's helpful. If you found this useful, click that share button.
See you tomorrow.
And we'll definitely be on tomorrow for the webinar at 7, and we'll probably have another live one of these earlier in the day. If you're not familiar with what we were talking about, go to performancecoachuniversity.com. There's a little tab at the very top that's a live webinar we're going to be doing tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Love to have you join us there. And hope you all have an amazing evening. See you later.